Hey Tubies, this is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, the letters are coming in saying, and you're saying, Psychic Bob, what about messages from the spirit world? I didn't forget you guys. So here we are. You know, before we get into everything, I just want to say thank you to all of you who came out to my last video, which was on the voodoo mysteries. And we talked about the great spirit Loa Tambalawedo. And if you haven't seen that, check that out. That's the video right before this. Pretty neat stuff. We're going to have more in our series on voodoo coming up here in the coming weeks, so keep watching. We got more videos on that. But today I thought we'd work on the letters. And before we get into that, I just want to take a moment and explain to those of you who may be new here kind of how we do this. Every week people write to me, viewers, and they send me their psychic questions. And I answer those as part of the video. You can write to me either here at YouTube, put it in the box below, or if it's very personal and you don't want to do that, you can send me a private message, or you can also write to me at my website or at Instagram. I'll put all those links below. But I pull a handful of letters and we go through them. Now, for those of you who are saying, Psychic Bob, I haven't got my letter answered, listen, I want to encourage you. I get hundreds and hundreds of letters a week. And so sometimes it's hard for me to get to everybody. But listen to all the messages, because when I'm reading for people, I'm channeling spirit, and spirit wants to reach as many people as they can. So you may not get your specific letter answered right away, but another letter may be very similar to yours, and spirit can speak to you through that. So every day, every time you watch this video, say, Spirit, I'm open to receiving whatever you have. Speak to me. And you may get a message, even though it's somebody else's letter. I've had this happen, and it's been very life-transforming for some people. So I hope that helps you guys. So thank you for all your wonderful love, your support, your patience. When I started this channel, I didn't expect it to take off like it did. So I get a lot of mail. And I do try to get it to everybody as soon as I can. But I thank you for your patience, and I'm glad you're here. Well, we're going to go ahead and start into the letters. But before we do that, let's just take a moment, and all together, let's attune to the spirit world. Okay. I hear my trusty spirit guide, Fletcher, back here. He says hello to all of you. All right, our first letter is from Akasham. And Akasham, she writes from over on Instagram. Hello, dear. Good to see you. She says, Psychic Bob, the other night I was out and I saw a UFO. I felt like I connected to it. Did I really have this experience? And if so, who are the aliens? Yeah, hi. hon, listen, I got to tell you, yes, you did connect to a UFO. That was a real experience. And who it was the gray aliens, the little gray guys with the big eyes, from Zeta Reticuli. Now, I have to tell you, what's interesting about your letter is I pick up a vibration around you. Now, you didn't say this, but I keep sensing that you've had other experiences, like other sightings. And I feel like this actually goes way back, like even to childhood. I believe you have what is a longer term connection to the alien presences. And I'm not trying to scare you. You may have even had a direct encounter, such as an actual visitation in your room or even an abduction. You may or may not recall that, but I do feel like you do have a connection to the gray aliens, and it goes way back. And I feel like this could even be a family thing, like other members of your family may have this experience. So you might want to ask if you have anybody else. I get like a male around, like a brother possibly as well, who may have a connection as well to this phenomena. But anyways, not to worry, you're not in any danger, but I do feel you're connecting. And what's interesting is I feel like when you saw that ship, it was almost like you were called outside to see it. See, sometimes what they'll do is they'll send information to people, like they telepathically connect, and they'll say, like, go outside. You may not understand that you're being telepathically connected, but suddenly you go outside and there's a ship there. Well, they kind of called you. So what you could do is each night ask for them to give you a message and show themselves, and then when you feel that they're calling, go outside. And I think you'll start having even more experiences, okay? Hope that helps. Keep me posted. Blessings to you. Our next letter is from Angelo Adrian. Hello, Angelo. Angelo writes over from Instagram. Well, he's also here on YouTube, but I first met him on Instagram. And he says, "Say, Bob, I'm thinking about moving out of the state, maybe Hawaii. Where else do you see me going?" You know, Angela, when you say move, yes, I do feel you're at a crossroads on your chart. You have a lot of growth energy now, which means you're really ready to start kind of a new phase of life. And I do feel a move will come for you. I get this closer to the end of the year, though. Maybe not right now, closer to like October, November. Hawaii, yes, it's a possibility. But I also keep getting some others. I get Northern California, such as San Francisco around you. And I also get the East, like Rhode Island, New England, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, predominantly Rhode Island. So I want to put that out there for you to think about. You know, it's interesting because Hawaii, yes, but I also feel like Rhode Island is calling very strongly also. So it's one of those areas where you get to decide. But yes, a move is important because that's about moving into your place of power and your place of freedom and journey. So yeah, closer to the end of the year, but you're definitely on the right path. Okay? Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Grace Moontail. She says, "Thank you, Bob. What career do you see me in?" You know, Grace, I get around you a lot of orange light, and I feel that one of your life themes is an artist theme. I think you do very well in areas where you're creative, being artistic, like particularly like marketing or fashion around you, something where you're creating a glamorous look. Could be advertising, fashion industry, something like that. I also get a lot of music energy around you as well. And I feel like your artist thing may manifest in working in connectioning possibly to the music industry. So you want to be in something where you use your creative skills. But fashion just keeps showing up real strong around you, okay? So I'd like to have you put some energy in that direction. And that's where I see success for you, okay? Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Jenna C. Hi, Jenna. And Jenna says, "Thank you, Bob. What angels are around me? And has my partner's mother come to visit?" Yeah. Well, you know, around you, you do have a number of angels. One of them is a French girl named Lisette, L-I-S-E-T-T, Lisette. She's a spirit guide, actually, but she is connected to one of your past lives, which was in France in the 1880s and 1890s. She's around you. And I also get Archangel Gabriel around you. I feel like he comes in to inspire you. Looks like there's some writing projects I pick up around you. And so Lisette and Gabriel are some of the spirits around you. In terms of your partner's mother, I do feel you have received visits from her. I do pick up spiritual presences around you that are kind of family related. So yes, I do sense her presence as well. And I feel like she keeps coming in to bring healing to your partner. It feels like your partner has not yet fully made peace with that transition. And she is coming in to help with that as well, okay? So, yeah, just talk to her. Say, hey, you know, keep giving us signs. The funny thing is they keep showing me an issue in a kitchen. I'm seeing like a fork or a knife or something flip off a counter. It's like nobody's touching, and I think that's her. So if you haven't seen that, watch for that. That's very close at hand, and I feel like that will be a sign, okay? Anyways, keep me posted. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Mr. Fripp. He says, "Thank you, Bob. I'm 23. I've been in a relationship for 4 years now. It says, when will our relationship move to the next level, such as marriage / living together?" Yeah, well, you know, Mr. Fripp, you got about 2 years yet. When you're around 25 is when I'm seeing an actual marriage occur. I do feel this relationship is strong. And I feel like you two have gone through a lot together. There's a real sense of bonding here. And I do feel like at 25, when you're 25, that's when the marriage happens. So you got about 2 years, and it's going to be a good 2 years, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Okay. Honey Clouds writes and says, Psychic Bob, can you tell me a little bit about my spirit guides and how to connect to them? Yeah. You know what's interesting is you have around you a guide. This is a lady. She looks like a classic style witch. She's got the pointed hat on, beautiful black robes. She's very beautiful and not an evil witch, but a very powerful good witch. I get a British connection around this. And this is connected to one of your past lives, which is actually in England. And I believe you yourself were a witch. The name of this guide, I keep hearing the name Claudia around this. Her name was Claudia. So she's one of your spirits. Her name is Claudia. She's a magical person, a practitioner of Wicca, witchcraft. But she's around you in spirit. And the way you want to connect to your spirit people is literally every day, sit down, just close your eyes for a few minutes, fill yourself with light. Try to visualize the brightest white glowing light filling your body. This will raise your vibration and put you in touch with your spiritual self and the spiritual realms, okay? But Claudia is around you, and she's one of your guides. I also get another guide around you. It's a male entity connected to Atlantis. And you've had a former life in Atlantis as well. And this guy's name, I keep hearing the name Aaron around this, like Aaron, A-A-R-O-N, Aaron. But he is a guide from Atlantis who's around you as well, okay? Blessings to you. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is Brit O. Oh, that's nice. She says, Psychic Bob, thank you for all that you do for people. You are a rare soul. Do you have any messages from the spirit world? Hey, Britt. You know what's interesting is they keep showing around you blue and purple light in abundance. And that's the energy I'm getting around you. That light means that you're opening your spiritual gifts, particularly your third eye and your crown chakra. This means that you're starting to develop visions, maybe dream visions, but I feel like they're also waking visions. I feel like you're receiving an input, energy. It's like a current going through your body. That's the purple light, and that means you're starting to channel. So you're opening your psychic gifts, and I do feel like as we go through the last half of the year, that really is strong around you, okay? I also keep seeing stacks of books around you, so I don't know if there's something here with education, but I feel like Spirit is calling you back to more learning here. And I think from June till December is really you're in learning mode. So whether you're studying psychic things or actually going back to school in a formal sense, doesn't really matter which way you do it, but be open to learning and take that on. Make that your goal from June till December. And that's opening up more doors for you. Embrace your psychic self. That's where your power is. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Shannon Banners. And she says, Psychic Bob, anything for me? I'm here. Thank you. Well, I'm so glad you're watching. I'm glad you're here. You know, you have around you, I get blue light and orange light here. Blue light means that you have communicator theme on your chart. Orange light is an artist theme. So you're very much at a crossroads where you're embracing creativity now, and a lot of expression here. And I feel like anything you're doing, particularly with writing right now, that's where you should put some focus. I feel you'd be very good at writing a novel. I keep seeing like science fiction or fantasy here around you. And I don't know if you've ever done any writing in that area, but I want to encourage you, try to look into that area. That's where I'm seeing you channel. It's like you're channeling this mythic lore. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings, you know, that type of writing, something very, you know, grand scale, very mystical. That's where a lot of your power is here. You have around you, and I guess I get an angel. The name is Tamara. Tamara, T-A-M-A-R-A, Tamara. That's one of your spirit guides. So she's working with you to help you open your creativity and your communications. And I have to ask you, write me below or tell me, are you in a process of a move? I keep seeing an issue around looking at boxes like you're about to move. So maybe there's a move coming for you here. I keep seeing, like, as we go in the summer months, issues around housing change. And I feel like if you want to do a move, it'll be successful then, All right, keep me posted. Thanks so much. God bless you, dear. Well, guys, listen, that is all I've got time for today, but I'm so glad you're here at Spirit Channel. Listen, if you have not subscribed, if you're new, or even if you're not new, hit that subscribe button, join our channel, be part of our team. We have a lot of fun here, and we do a lot of cool things. As I said, we're going to have more on our Voodoo Mystery series coming. We're also going to have more on UFOs coming up, and messages, of course, messages from the spirit world. So we got a lot of different things that'll be happening. We even got more than that. I can't remember it all. I don't have my list in front of me. But I've got a lot of videos planned for all you guys, and so we're stepping up our game here. More for you and more interesting. Anyways, guys, I'm so glad you're here at Spirit Channel. Thanks for being here. Keep it here, and of course, next week we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.